meaning I'm throwing bulk in order to get bulk back. What is that system? What is this? I thought I'd sit down for this one. Dear diamonds and fellow diamonds in the rough, it is no secret that Wuthering Waves is a superior product than Genshin Impact. I mean, just look at their release date. One clearly had enough time to study and improve upon the already existing features that the previous product had. Now, whilst Wuthering Waves had definitely taken a lot of inspiration and improved upon those features, unfortunately, there are some things they missed in that copy pasting, which is what I want to point out today. The goal of this video is to point those flaws out so we can have a discussion on the need of fixing those issues so we can have a better product. This doesn't mean that Genshin is better than this or wuwa is better than this, okay? I think we can already agree that when it comes to mechanics and when it comes to what a video game is supposed to be, wuwa is better. But this doesn't mean Genshin is a bad game on itself, so that we're clear.
Now that we done got that out the way,
let's start talking about what are the features that Genshin does better than Wuthering Waves. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Sponsored or not, LD Shop is actually a service I've actually been using, believe it or not. Being a gacha player in the European continent comes with its fair share of disadvantages.
oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
But thanks to LD Shop, that's no longer an issue. LD Shop not only gives you the ability to buy products for cheap, but also gives you the ability to gift your friends with ease. You don't need access to their account. You can just have the UID and bada bee, bada boom. You can actually do that. Now, if you want to do this, it's very, very simple. You just pick the game you want. I will be picking Wuthering Waves today because, well, there's a lot of new characters and I want to be ready. I'm going to pick, for example, the Luna subscription. That's my favorite subscription. There's a reason why there's the popular fire icon on it. You simply go top up. You will notice here if you have a coupon, you can get even more reductions on your purchase, which is always great. Now, you will notice here when it comes to Wuthering Waves, there's something called login top up. Now, unfortunately, as things are right now, Hoyo Games gives the ability of smooth gifting. Kuro does not. I don't know why, but I guess that's a thing. So unfortunately, for services in general, they need to log into your account and gift you right then and there. I don't know why Kuro is doing that. Devs are not listening when it comes to this particular part of the game, but it is what it is. Now, the reason why I chose Wuthering Waves is actually chose how secure and trustworthy LD Shop is. They've logged into my account all the time. Nothing ever happened. It's just been a smooth sale. It's been great. Amazing. Once you make the decision, you go pay now, order pending. Your order has been shipped. You need to provide relevant information to successfully recharge. Okay, so we're going to go to the info here. And over here, simply put, you just put all your information. The login method, for example, you just go Kuro Games. It's always best. You'll notice here that they go recommended. You go, you pick your server, you enter your email, you enter your password, your game UID. I will be doing that right now. And boom, that easy. You just wait for them to deliver it to your account. Simple as that. I just did my dailies. I was going to log off my account anyway. I'll come back probably tomorrow and I will find my delivery being there, which is always awesome. Huge thanks to LD Shop for sponsoring this video. It feels good to be sponsored by something you always use. Let's get back to the video. Let's start off with what I believe is an easy dunk. Now, this in itself is not an issue, but for me personally, and I believe once I point it out, it might become an issue for you too, which is the team building menu in Wuthering Waves. Now, the team building menu in Hoyoverse game has always been somewhat spicy. The Honkai Star Rail one has characters Jojo posing, we see you, Dr. Ratio, and we also have fun interactions where characters, if they know each other in the story, they would play out a line that gives a nod to the story, as in the characters know each other. I always found that pretty fun. Genshin Impact takes this a small step further. While they don't have lines that play when characters know each other in your team, they do have amazing animations that play when you select a character. I mean, have you seen the Raiden Shogun when you select the Raiden Shogun in that menu? That she swears she cold. Just look at it. And how did Wuthering Waves copy that system from Genshin Impact? You got, drumroll please, 3 pictures. That's right. 3 PNGs. PNGs that don't even do some characters justice. Like, some characters look more horrible than they actually are. Looking at you, Yinlin and Mortefi. Ew. Oh, but don't fret. You can actually buy the skins. If you buy the skins, you get to have a whole new PNG, man. Who in their right mind thinks this belongs in a game like Wuthering Waves? I mean, I go from a 2025 AAA experience Back to 2014 character select menu. What is even that? This does not belong in a game like Wuthering Waves.
Period.
How do we fix this? It's very simple, really. Simply take the Genshin Impact one and you sprinkle in the Honkai Star Rail system where you get to have the lines play out. Like, they don't have that in Genshin Impact yet. You can have it here. And more importantly, improve upon it. Surprise us. Do something that others still didn't do. Because this one menu for me personally is a slap in the face every time I open it. I go, oh my God, here we go again. Can I go back to amazing mechanics and amazing graphics and flying around? Can I do that quickly? This does not belong in my Wuthering Waves.
Fix it.
Next, I want to talk about something that may be controversial, something that will vary from player to player. I think this is something that's going to be hard for all of us to agree on one solution. I tried my best to find one that's going to meet everybody in the middle. Now, the gear recycling system in Wuthering Waves is unfortunately worse than the one in Genshin Impact, a system, in fact, that Genshin Impact fans call the scam box. We have something worse than a scam box. So what is a scam box? Well, you put 5 pieces from any set, what matters is the rarity, typically 5 stars, and you put them towards one piece for one chosen set. This is the Genshin Impact system. Now, Honkai Star Rail further improves upon this by not only choosing the set you want, but it also allows you to choose the piece you want. Say, for example, you're hunting for a 1-cost echo. It would allow you to do that, for example. That's the Honkai Star Rail system. It removes a layer of RNG from you obtaining the gear you desire, which is my current favorite gear recycling system. I haven't checked out the Xenozone 01. Next, I go to Wuthering Waves after seeing so much of these messages now because, goddamn, I'm drowning in potential echoes that I cannot roll because of how scarce the XP. But then again, that's a topic for another day. And then I go into, oh, you know what? This is great. I have all these old sets. Wuthering Waves has made it clear now that each new character is not going to be utilizing a previous set. They're all going to be coming out with new sets specifically tailored for themselves. So what am I doing with all this bulk of echoes in my backpack? Let me use it. And then you go into the recycling system. And then what you realize is it's completely random. You don't even remove the layer of RNG that Genshin offers, which is you get to choose the set those resources go towards. No, you don't. It's completely random, meaning I'm throwing bulk in order to get bulk back. What are you talking about? Are you joking? What is that system? What is this? Now, of course, to understand why this design is the way it is obviously because you can farm echoes. You technically can get infinite amounts of echoes for free. You do not have to spend your daily stamina, whilst in Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse games, typically you obtain 5-star gear through using your daily stamina. Because whilst Hoyoverse games have mint pickers, we in Wuthering Waves have echo pickers. If you have nothing to do, go out there and murder echoes and just hope to drop something, because at least you're keeping your hands busy and technically progressing. Technically, you're probably never gonna get the one piece you want, but you never know. And plus, you're bored. Plus, you ain't got no bitches, so why not? So because of echo pickers, it becomes pretty tricky to offer a solution for this system. For if I'm gonna go, well, just give us something maybe like Genshin Impact, or more dangerously like Honkai Star Rail, while people can farm echoes for free, it might make tacit discourse completely irrelevant. Like, it doesn't matter why farm something when you can just go do whatever you want for free, farm them all for free, and just use them. Especially Nightmare Echoes, more dangerously, because you can just farm Nightmare Echoes infinitely. They spawn really quickly. You are guaranteed to drop them, like I think 1 out of 2 chance, and you can keep spamming and abuse this system. So how do we counter this? Well, it's very simple. I suggest we have some form of signature that comes with the tacit discord echoes. If you spend stamina in order to obtain an echo, that echo becomes tradable for a new, better system that can allow you to choose the set / the piece you want. Because something I've also noticed, this could just be me, but in the tacit discords, I typically drop more 3-cost echoes than 1-cost echoes. A lot of the time I'm sitting here with some scarcity when it comes to 1-cost echoes. I think it's done on purpose. It makes sense when you look at it from the lens of 3-cost echoes could have more potential stats, as in it's pretty hard to obtain the one stat you want. So they give you more 3-cost echoes to increase the odds of you obtaining the one element you want. But unfortunately, because of that, it's kind of throwing the baby with the bathwater. So that's why I feel like they should do what Honkai Star Rail is doing in forms of solution, as in remove those 2 layers of RNG and then leave only the RNG of substats. I'm very curious what you guys think about this particular system in the comments below. If you think my solution is good, if not, if there's any other angle I missed, please let me know. And finally, a quick little fun one I've noticed is the character titles in the profile. Now, typically, no one cares about your profile. Let's get that out of the way. We don't care! Now, in Genshin Impact and in Wuthering Waves, there's what is known as the friendship/intimacy level for characters, okay? If you obtain a character, if you use them a lot, if you basically hang out with them a lot, technically, you get access to something, typically voice lines. And in Genshin Impact, if you max the level, you get basically something for your profile, like just something you can put there, like a banner picture and also like a title, something like that. Pretty cool stuff, right? In Wuthering Waves, you unlock voice lines, just like Genshin Impact, but contrary to Genshin Impact, if you want something to be shown in your profile because you have a good relationship with that character, you don't do that by using them a lot. No. You gotta full max their copies, as in you gotta E6 those characters if you wanna have their title in your profile. God damn! How the hell does Genshin Impact is more free-to-play friendly than Wuthering Waves when it comes to titles, man? E6, I have to E6 a character just so that I can have their title in my profile. I don't even get to see them naked like in Zenless Zone Zero.
What kind of shit is that?
Man. Holy, okay, wholly predatory. I mean, it doesn't matter, thankfully. It's just a small something for whales to feel better about themselves, but come on. I mean, that's something, to be honest with you, I've always enjoyed doing in Genshin Impact. Once I obtain a new character, I start using that character more and more because I collect new titles. I've always found it like a fun system in Genshin Impact, and it's regrettable that it's not here in Wuthering Waves. Well, technically it is. It's just that the ultimate reward, which is like the banner and like I get to style my profile with many different styles, is now locked behind character copies, as in the gacha system, and not basically a free-to-play system that just requires a little bit of grinding. So I don't know, it left a bad taste in my mouth finding out that this is a thing. It just sucks. So fix it, just do it like Genshin Impact, really. It's not that hard. And that's all I found. If you find anything else, please let me know in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going. Let's make Wuthering Waves even better than it is. And thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. I know there have been few and far between, but we're coming back slowly but surely. We'll see you on the next one.